Hey, it's Chris Carson with I-1071, and we have some amazing people with us today. We hear about so many amazing stories, people in our community who are doing great things. And there is one student at Marion High School that we've heard about a couple of weeks ago. We heard his story, and that is Brett Wheeler. And Brett is with us today, as well as his family. We've got his sister Lindsay and his mom Jennifer. And then we've got Alex, who was a huge part in the story. We'll get to her story in a minute, and Danielle as well. And we'll hear more from her. So let's start with Brett a little bit, as you are the star of the show, buddy.
Oh yeah.
It's all about you. You are a big fan of a certain band. I forget their name. What's their name?
Oh my gosh, Carson. It is a band called One Direction.
One Direction. I heard that you like them just a little.
Not a little, a lot.
A whole lot. Now, you can read Brett's story. It's at the link below. Just go ahead and click on that. But we'll talk to Jennifer a little bit, Brett's mom. Now, Brett was born early. How early was Brett born?
He was born at 23 weeks.
And the doctors didn't give him very long.
No, he wasn't expected to live they basically told us to say our goodbyes as he appeared.
Yeah.
Wasn't supposed to live 5 minutes and.
Completely impossible for a parent to hear.
Yeah.
And now, Brett, how old are you?
Well, I'm going on 16.
16. Difficult age, Mom. Watch out.
Difficult age.
And you had a dream that, now we go to Alex, and this is where Alex came in. Alex, how do you know Brett? Are you friends with the family, or was he a student at your school?
Well, I've known of Brett for a really long time.
Okay.
I actually just started going to school like 3 years ago. I'm homeschooled, so I'm like half-time at high school. So I've known of Brett. And then Lindsay joined the dance team this year, and so I've known of the Wheeler family. And then the school nurse came in and told us, hey, there's this kid in our school who really, really likes One Direction, to our journalism teacher. I'm in journalism. And our teacher was like, that's funny, Alex really likes One Direction, and she should do a story. And I was like, great! So that's how that kind of happened.
So you wrote the story that got published then in the Gazette?
Yes, it went on the front page of our paper, and then the day it came out, we sent it to Jared Ogden, because he comes into our class every year and kind of asks us if we want to put stuff, and that'll go online, but then it went so huge online, over 11,000 people read it in like a matter of like 3 days. And so they put it in the Gazette, and then it's got the other stuff too. Well,
we've heard so many stories about the power of social media and what it can do, and that's where it really took off, is you went ahead and took it upon yourself to do a Twitter campaign with the hashtag #GetBrett21D. Now, were you the author, the creator of that hashtag then?
Yes, me and my journalism teacher, Sarah Eicher, were we decided what all can we do. We sent it into Ellen, we sent it into GMA, we made up the hashtag. We put in every single one of our papers that we handed out, we put a little sheet of paper in there that said, hey, this is what we're doing, can you help us out? And it blew up.
Yeah, it went everybody, and that's where we heard the story from you. You had tweeted at us about the story, we read the story, and I mean, how could you not be inspired by such an amazing story that's Brett's story? I mean, so now here we are about a week later after the story and the hashtag got out, and that's where Danielle comes in. You are a big One Direction fan as well.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
No, it's really bad. For a 22-year-old mom, it's really bad.
So bad to the point that you found out they were coming to town to Chicago.
Yeah.
And you had to get tickets.
Yeah, it was actually my birthday present from my fiance.
Okay.
So, yeah, because he knows how crazy I am.
So then something changed because then you heard Brett's story.
Yeah, so I actually graduated from Marion. I was in journalism. So I actually heard the story from Eicher. And I read it, and I was like a week went by, and I was like, what can I do? And then all of a sudden, I don't know how you forget you have One Direction tickets, but I did. So, and then once I remembered, I was like, obviously I should give them to him. He deserves to go so much more than I do.
And that's it. You hear about such amazing people in our community, and such big hearts. I mean, to be a hero sometimes is just showing a lot of love and compassion and heart. And that's what Alex did, getting the story out there to everybody. That's what Danielle did in giving the tickets. And then there's the other update is, and we'll go back to Jennifer a little bit on this, is somebody from the fan base, I believe, a big group of fans decided to take it to the next level. And they've also donated some tickets, I believe.
I was working one day and Alex called me, and every time I talk to her on the phone, I cry. I promise one time when I talk to her, I'm gonna get through it without crying.
Yeah.
It's completely snowballed. I mean, how can it get bigger? And she says, are you ready? And I said, I don't know. Am I? And she
Yeah.
said there was a lady in Texas donated tickets in the third row, so
Third
now
row.
we have 4 and the whole family gets to go.
So now you have 4 tickets, you have Danielle's tickets,
Yes.
you have the tickets from Texas.
Yes.
And I believe they even said if you needed more, they would figure out a way to get them for
She
you.
did, and I told her, we're overwhelmed enough,
Yeah.
please, we're there. What we set out to accomplish, we're there. He gets to go to One Direction and it's too much, so.
You excited about that at all? You get to go to the concert?
Yes.
Third row. Can you tell us what else you've gifted to the family?
Well, there's been my best friend, her dad is a board member of the Marion Boys Baseball, which is kind of a thing that it's just like people in high school and younger, they don't have to play at their school, they can play there. Well, they went to the owner of it and he said, oh yeah, we'll do a donation for the t-shirt that I've done that we're gonna sell. But we're also going to do an entire day for Brett, and they did concession funds, and they had people donate, and they sold their own shirts, and the coaches wore the shirts, and he went and threw out the opening pitch of the entire day, and that made almost $1,000. It made almost 800 exactly, I think. So
So the money just continues to roll in.
yeah, and their gas is paid for, anything that they want, concert T-shirts. The room for them to stay in has been donated. It's been a lot.
Very cool. Now, who's your favorite One Direction member?
It was previously Harry.
Okay.
Now
Oh, I was gonna say,
it's Louis.
was it Zayn and then he left the band and we'll forget, you know.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
Oh, no,
that.
I'm sorry.
We don't talk about that
That's the word,
anymore. Hey, that's okay.
What's your favorite song?
Well, I like 2.
Okay.
I like little things, and that's what makes it beautiful.
Okay.
Which every time that comes on, I crank up my radio as loud as I can to annoy my whole house.
Now, if you were able to say anything to the members of One Direction, what would you say?
Oh, jeez. Well, I would definitely say you guys are my heroes, and the reason why is because you guys helped me through a lot.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah.
Very good. Again, just an amazing story. We thank you guys for coming in here, and we'll continue to follow the story. People can still tweet out the hashtag #GetBrettTo1D. There's T-shirts that are still available. How would they go about maybe getting a T-shirt if people would want one?
I just ordered a fresh batch, and we've sold a couple of them. But if anybody wants them, they can tweet at me.
Okay.
My Twitter name is it's_GalPalAl, and we'll just be selling them.
All right.
Yeah.
And that link is below as well, so you can go ahead and click on that link to find out more and get contacted. And the GoFundMe page as well. They can continue to contribute to the GoFundMe page.
Yes.
All right. Well, best of luck to you guys, and it's going to be a fantastic thing. Now we just have to wait till what? August
23rd.
August 23rd, which is going to feel like forever.
Yes!
And a lot more cranked up What Makes You Beautiful in the
Yes.
meantime.
Yeah! You got that right!
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.